There's a piece of land on Earth bigger than the entire city of London, and no country on the planet wants it. Not because it's cursed, not because it's radioactive, but because of a 120-year-old paper trail that two governments are terrified to touch. This is the story of Bir Tawil, the last place on Earth that legally belongs to no one. And the reason why is so absurd, you'll wonder how nobody's fixed it. Let's get into it. Picture the border between Egypt and Sudan. On a map, it looks like a clean, straight line across the desert. Simple. Except it isn't one line. It's two. And those two lines are the entire reason this whole mess exists. Back in 1899, the British, who controlled both Egypt and Sudan at the time, drew a border, a clean political line straight along the 22nd parallel. Egypt to the north, Sudan to the south. Done. But just 3 years later, in 1902, the British drew a second border, an administrative one, this time based on which tribes actually used which land. And here's where it gets strange. These two lines didn't match. The 1902 line bent. It handed a chunk of land in the northeast, a place called the Hala'ib Triangle, over to Sudan's side, and it pushed a different patch in the southwest up toward Egypt. That southwestern patch is Bir Tawil. Now, you'd think two patches of land swapping sides is no big deal, but look closer at the numbers because this is the whole game. The Hala'ib Triangle is huge, over 10 times the size of Bir Tawil. It sits on the Red Sea coast. It has water, it has resources, it has people. Bir Tawil? It's 2,060 square kilometers of landlocked desert. No coast, no oil, no permanent population. Just sand and a name that means tall water well, for a well that barely matters. So now you've got two countries and two borders and one very valuable triangle. Here's the trap. Egypt says the real border is the 1899 line because the 1899 line gives Egypt the valuable Hala'ib Triangle. Sudan says, no, the real border is the 1902 line because that one gives the Hala'ib Triangle to Sudan. You see the problem yet? Whichever border each country picks to claim Hala'ib automatically hands Bir Tawil to the other side. If Egypt claims Bir Tawil, it has to admit the 1902 line is correct and lose Hala'ib. If Sudan claims Bir Tawil, it has to admit the 1899 line is correct and lose Hala'ib too. So both countries do the only thing that protects their claim on the land they actually want. They refuse to take Bir Tawil. Both of them, on purpose. It is, quite possibly, the only territory on Earth that two nations are actively fighting not to own. This leaves Bir Tawil as something almost extinct in the modern world. Terra Nullius, Latin for nobody's land. The last habitable place on the planet with no flag, no government, no owner. And the internet noticed. Because if no country owns it, then technically anyone could just show up and claim it, right? People have tried. In 2014, an American dad named Jeremiah Heaton flew across the world, hiked into the desert, and planted a flag, so his 7-year-old daughter could literally be a princess. He called it the Kingdom of North Sudan. Disney reportedly optioned the story for a movie. In 2017, an Indian businessman from Indore, Suyash Dixit, drove through military shoot-on-sight zones, planted a flag, scattered some seeds, and declared himself King Suyash I of the Kingdom of Dixit, appointing his own dad as prime minister. A Russian DJ claimed it too, named it after Middle-earth from Lord of the Rings. Here's the thing all of them missed. Planting a flag doesn't make a country. Under international law, you need recognition from other nations. And no nation will ever recognize a claim on Bir Tawil, because doing that would mean admitting which border is real, which drags everyone right back into the Hala'ib fight. So every single self-crowned king of Bir Tawil rules over exactly nothing. A patch of desert, bigger than London, sitting empty, not because nobody wants it, but because the two people who could own it are too afraid of what owning it would cost. A 120-year-old clerical decision, frozen in time, that no one dares to touch. That's Bir Tawil, the country that belongs to no one, because everyone's too smart to want it. If your curiosity just turned into understanding, that's the whole point. Subscribe to Curion, and I'll see you in the next one.